Happy Sunday, friends. This is my 50-year-old Portulacaria Afra or Jade tree. This was started by my dad, and then I started shaping it since the past 10 years. This tree has undergone drastic changes in the sense this was earlier in broom style before I took over. In Japan, bonsais are regarded as trees which pass on through generations. So one generation passes on the trees to the another or the next generation. This is one such tree where, as I said, this was started by my father in a broom shape, and he was quite happy to maintain it in that shape for 40 years. And then when I took over, I thought I normally do not like much of the broom shape. I thought I'll give it a natural looking tree shape. So this is how the tree looks now. It has a very wide root base and wide canopy. So today I thought I'll give it a good trim just to ensure that we bring the tree back to its shape. So just wanted to share this with you guys. So let's start. As always, I sanitize my tool before I get started with any pruning, just to make sure that I do not pass on any infection to the tree. So let's get started. I will start pruning from the lowest branch, remove any unwanted branches. You can see some of the unwanted branches that has grown here at the base, so I don't need this for the overall design of the tree. So I've removed it. There are some more in the front. Start pruning from the lowest branch as always. As I said, this was in a broom shape earlier, and I reshaped the tree around 10 years back and started to bring it to more like a tree-like shape rather than a broom shape. I will post a photo of this tree when the tree was in broom shape, so you'll see the difference this tree looks now as compared to when it was in broom shape. Portulacaria Afras or Dwarf Jade, these are native to South Africa. Elephants love this tree because it stores a lot of water in its stem and leaves. That's why this tree is one of the easiest tree to be grown by youngsters or young bonsai enthusiasts, or a good starter tree, I would say, because it's very difficult to kill a jade tree. It is an evergreen kind of tree. Throughout the year you'll see this tree lush green. All you need to do is to keep giving it a good trim to bring it back to shape. I have planted this tree in a very free draining soil as it holds water, and I also water it at just like at least twice a week, if not every day. Sorry guys, today my voice is not that great because I have got some cold due to this changing weather. In India we are getting more towards the winter season, so the weather is changing, and because of that I've got a bit of cold, so apologies for that. But I hope you will enjoy this pruning of this tree to bring it back to shape. I regularly feed it with a balanced NPK fertilizer. and the trees are heavy feeding trees. These love heavy feeding. The more you feed, the more better you'll see the growth of this tree. Starting with another branch. There are different varieties of jade which are there in the market today, but some are variegated leaves, some are pink colored leaves, but I like this variety because this is evergreen, and it loves trimming and shaping, and it takes good shaping based on our desire, what shape we want the tree to look like. It can be done in informal upright, formal upright, broom style, any style it can be done. So it depends on your choice, what kind of design you like on the tree. Since this is a old tree, I don't fiddle much with the tree now. I use a slow growing or slow release fertilizer most of the time. When I'm out of India, I just feed the tree heavily with slow growing fertilizer and go so that the tree keeps getting its nutrients. I will trim each and every tip of the tree or the branches so that the tree buds back and regrows. Actually, this tree looks good from both the sides now. Since this is a very old tree, has been there for generations at our place, there are a lot of emotions attached to this tree. So in special occasions like Diwali, or whether it be any festival at home, we bring this tree down just to make sure that it is also, or it also feels that it is a part of our family. In the spring season, in January, this tree will have very good growth. It loves sun. I put it in full sun throughout the year. The more the sun, the better growth this tree gets. So we should always have trees which we can pass on to the next generation. In the next generation, we do not know what difficulties they will face, whether they will have all these hobbies to enjoy, or they will take these hobbies from us, but at least from our end, we make sure that we have some trees which we can pass on to the next generation. We always think about passing on properties, we think about passing on wealth to our next generation, but even we should also think about passing on trees to the next generation, because we don't know how the world is going to be, as we see a lot of pollution, lot of dust everywhere. The ozone layer is diminishing. Because of all these things, it's our responsibility to also save trees for our next generation. So this one, I definitely believe I will pass it on to my son when he grows up. Hopefully he'll be able to maintain it the same way as I'm doing. In Japan, even when a bonsai pot breaks, the next generation just to make sure that it preserves the number of years that that family has kept that pot for. They fill the gap and stick the pots with either silver or gold, just to and they display those pots in the exhibitions just to make sure that they display the generations wealth of you know worth of time that the tree has spent and the pot has spent in their homes. So it's regarded as a sacred. So I think in India as well, we should start thinking about passing things to the next generation, and also making sure that we have that responsibility to pass on something to the next generation apart from the wealth that we have, or the wealth that we generate throughout our life. Today is a good weather, we don't have much sun. I will defoliate the tree completely in the month of Feb or March. That's when we get full sun post Shankranti. But right now, just bringing it back to shape. As I said, these trees love full sun, so best time to do a complete defoliation of the tree is in the month of Feb or March, post Gudi Padwa or Shankranti. I think Shankranti is sometime between January 15th normally. So post that we get full sun in India, so that's when I think is the best time to repot and also to trim jade trees. You can see this tree has started to take shape. It has got good pads now. You can see these are all the pads that are developed. At one point of time I was also thinking that I can create this in the windswept style. If let's say I remove this part completely and just keep this will be a great windswept style jade, but I hesitate to do that because this is a family tree. I don't want my parents to shout at me when I do that. So yeah, that's just my perception. So as a bonsai artist, you always think about how you can improve the shape of the tree. So whenever I look at this tree, I think about this shape. So if I remove this entire part right from here, I can create other trees with the cut part, but then this will become a beautiful windswept style. So that's my opinion. I would request you all also to comment if you feel that that style will look good on this tree. I'm not going to do that right now, definitely. I had always also displayed this tree in my wedding, since, as I said, this is a family tree, a lot of emotions attached. So every occasion we celebrate, we ensure that this tree is with us. I love pruning jades because this is like meditation itself, to bring the tree back to its shape. As I was telling you, jade has different varieties. We have some bigger leaf varieties, we have some variegated varieties, new in the market, but I like this one. And I would have created more than 2000 saplings using the cuttings of this jade tree and passed it on to my friends, colleagues in the office, and really feels good to do that. When I don't feel like throwing out any of the cuttings, it's very easy to propagate through cuttings. Jade is not particular about any soil, as long as the soil has good drainage. Portulacaria Afras or jades can grow very easily and adapt to any of the soils. The only factor is you need to keep it in the full sun and water it less, and obviously keep shaping the tree, trimming and shaping the tree as you go. I have also seen Portulacaria Afras or jades flowering with some of the bonsai enthusiasts. I hardly see flower, maybe it's due to the weather. I do not see my trees flowering so far, but I would love to see that. It has beautiful light pink color leaves, just like cherry blossom. My wife just told me that we had some flowers in the jade tree in another tree of mine that I have. I'll post a picture of that. The flowers look beautiful, just like cherry blossom. But this tree, I have never seen flowers. I would love to try that out. Now I'm trying to see how I can separate the space between the pads so that we can see those pads, each one of those separately. Creating space between them is very essential, because in mature trees you see space between the branches so that the birds can fly through those branches. So in bonsai, as you can see, everything we do is to replicate what happens in nature, right? I have seen some enthusiasts or some sellers cheating people by just cutting a normal big tree and calling it a bonsai. Bonsai is not that, actually. Bonsai is something where it all depends on the artist. An artist can make a 1-year tree look like a 50-year-old tree, and an artist can ensure that, yeah, the most important part is that when we have such bonsai trees, anyone who does not know anything about a bonsai, when they see that tree, they should feel like, wow, how come a big tree can come into such a small pot? So that imagination has to come when a person who does not know anything about bonsai, when they see your tree, they should feel like that. Obviously bonsai masters will know when you explain to them, and when they see a tree, bonsai masters can relate to a big tree. But the main idea lies in when a person who does not know anything about bonsais, when they see your tree, they should feel like, how can this big tree come into such a small space? So that is the idea about bonsai. I'm ensuring that each and every branch I'm trimming so that the tree gets good space between those branches, and that way the sunlight also gets evenly distributed. In this tree also, you see I've followed the basic principle. The lowest branches are the longest, and as it goes up, we have the branch size or the length reducing, so it creates a kind of a conical kind of shape. So I think I'm done with the pruning. This is how the tree looks post pruning. I will do a major pruning or a complete defoliation of the tree in the month of Feb or March, but quite happy with what I have for now. So hope you guys have enjoyed this tree, and if you like this video, please do share with your family and friends, and also subscribe to my channel. And obviously, if you like this video, please do click on the like button. Yeah, please do comment in case you have any comments regarding the overall tree, and that will really help me to improve the tree. And thank you so much, friends, for joining. Have a nice day. This is how the tree looks in white background. As you can see, it's a beautiful old looking tree with a wide root base. You can see the root base. This cut that I have made, that will heal and within a couple of months, and you'll not see that again. And you can see how the tree looks. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this tree. Thank you so much.